It's coming out on Tech Bunny's dick because that gets his little play as the Vita.
Oh, come on now, my hand counts.
No.
It's time for the legend of Tech Bunny.
Put it up at the desk. Up here.
So,
There we
if
go.
I gather all 7 of these
Tech Bunny
Dragon
was
Balls,
one of the most beautiful Namekians who ever lived. He was very beautiful and calm, just like the albinos, except we didn't kill him like them. Because he was pure. We made Tech Bunny live off water like the rest of us.
I love this shirt.
Because he was pure. So Dende, how does it feel to be the bronze medal?
It's like watching both of you go down.
Dende, na Dende. Dende.
I know.
Nails here.
Nail, why have you returned?
I didn't return, sir. I was outside beating my head against a wall for half an hour.
So anyway, the continuing adventure of Tech Bunny.
So that's what that noise
Sound like you're drunk,
was.
Goofy. What'd you say?
Now, get ready to retrieve the Dragon Ball and the body.
Heck was a vengeful man.
Yeah, wait for me.
Oh God! I stopped my heart for a little bit. Wait a minute. Global warming? No.
Oh, wait, so you're telling me if I gather all 7 of these Dragon Balls, that I get to make a wish for anything I want in the world?
That is correct.
More money.
So, how can I buy
money
these
will
Dragon
come.
Balls? How much do you need?
The Dragon Balls cost $150 Namekian dollars.
Is that equivalent to a Jonas Brother? I got about 3 of those.
One Namekian dollar is 7 Jonas Brothers. I doubt even you have such a fortune.
Give me 5 minutes and the Star Wars cloning technology. Wait, how much is a Death Star in Mac?
A Death Star is 500 Namekian dollars.
I'll trade you 2 Death Stars and a half to sit for 3 Dragon Balls.
Oh god, yeah!
Oh,
Damn it.
wait, Mickey, I have a counter
Fucking
offer.
lag.
How about you give me $100 and I give you the dick? We don't even have those. We don't even have those.
Wait a minute, Guru, did you tell him to work the shaft?
No, did you tell him to work the shaft?
Yes, sir.
Good work, Daryl.
How about I give you
You'll be
me
heavy.
Hannah Montana?
Slap you, baby. You know I like it.
And Hillary Duff
Hannah Montana
in exchange
and
for
Vito.
3 Dragon Balls.
All I want is water.
I can give you the ocean.
Aren't you fat
It's
enough
made
to
of fresh
drink
water.
all that water? Isn't that what's called a drought?
How do you think I got so fat?
I can give you all the Earth's water. Just give me all the Dragon Balls and we have a deal.
No deal.
Mission begins in
I require a sacrifice. To have the Dragon Balls requires a sacrifice, and as such, the last Guardian must never come out. If you can promise me this, then you may have a chance of getting the last Guardian.
It'll cost me $5 and about 2 days worth of paperwork, but it's a done deal.
Therefore, if I disagreed, you will get the last Guardian cancelled. I will give you a chance at getting the Dragon Balls.
out of the alley. Trying to rip me off here. Oh.
That is what I said. It is not my fault you didn't read the fine print.
That's goofy on me. Oh.
Now, make him read the fine print.
This has been pleasant. I must say, this has been very pleasant.
Now, now, don't take his coat. In fact, give it back. Give him back his coat.
How'd you like to make a... What are you making for this jackass over here? I can double that offer and have you make twice as much in a minute than what you made in a year. Oh.
Neil works for honor. There is no greater honor than serving me, the best leader of all time.
I can put you on a planet where you can be the president. Oh. I mean, I got
Neil
that
cares
one
not
guy
for
and
such
look at
things. He is happy being with me. Isn't that right, Neil?
You're truly a free nation, oh, then let him make his own decisions.
That's what I
come to
thought,
the guy who'll pay him double. Oh.
Maybe you should try Earth. I hear there's a lot of losers over there. Many of them who want the last Guardian to come out.
I am one of those losers.
Donations anywhere on M2 Where do you go?
I don't want to fall asleep.
Why aren't you voting for Goth Gang? Remember when Tech Bunny got laid?
No.
Thank God.
I get no respect.
You suckers go ahead and fucking get laid. That stuff's for fucking amateurs.
Tech Bunny's gonna be a wizard.
Dude, that's so wizard.
Look at the size of the weeaboo on that one, mate.
The telly that I made.
He's got 19 points of weeaboo on him, mate. That makes him a fucking alpha male.
We might
freaking
have
alpha male.
14 points of weeaboo on him.
Right, we'll get that fucking weeaboo right out there.
Welcome back to the land of living, Goob. Who the hell did we bury?
Did someone get rid of that hand spot?
I think it was the guy who was working on the last Guardian.
That's impossible. There's nobody working on the last Guardian.
So if we're still talking by the time the game comes out, what are we gonna joke about then?
I'm sure we're gonna joke about how it was a bundle game with Half-Life 3.
Because she's the only girl on the server besides Tech Bunny.
God, I hate you.
Oh yes, Tech Bunny the Hedgehog.
No, come on.
Tech Bunny the
That you
Hedgehog.
were on.
And it's for an outcome.
Thing.
It was a warm summer afternoon. Cicadas were chirping early. They only
Can it
come
be
out
cold?
very often in this year, but how can we say? As I crept down to the lake, the bullfrogs continued to do their harmonious. Little did I know how much the world would change over the course of the coming year. In my younger and more formal years, I once believed in many things, like Gatsby did. Gatsby believed in the green light. But 1,000 miles away from that sat Tech Bunny the Hedgehog, brooding alone,
Of course he was.
reminding ever so much of his dark self and his dark past. You see, Tech Bunny was especially dark today. He had wanted to go to the 3 Days Grace concert, one of the few bands that emphasized how dark he was and how mature. While everyone else in Tech Bunny's middle school was having sex or drinking, Tech Bunny really was the most mature
I just
one.
remember which song they did. Oh, that's terrible. I hate you.
Because Tech Bunny was the animal. Tech Bunny was an animal inside. And that song, The Animal
The
I've
Animal
Become,
from the
link
Muppets.
provided, LOL at bottom of page. really showed how he felt. Chapter 2. Tech Bunny had never been with a woman before. But he imagined her skin could be very soft and supple. When he finally had the chance, he remarked on Sarah's flesh. Sarah the Hedgehog was a kind and good girl. But she was very soft and supple, like a penis.
Behind you!
He constantly thought about how her soft and supple flesh reminded him of a penis. It was a throng of penises flopping around Tech Bunny, reminding him of all the soft and strong points of a penis.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
At this point, Tech Bunny said, "Be gentle, it's my first time." And she said, "It's never your first time," and promptly left the room, leaving Tech Bunny alone, contemplating her soft skin. He thought of her soft skin over and over again, and how it reminded him of a penis. A penis.
You guys are fucking... What is wrong with you people?
Yay, hard.
Lots of things.
Oh,
Starring
good.
Tech Bunny the Hedgehog.
DF sighed. He was too put upon to actually deal with anything. Of course, being DF, he has so much to deal with. Yes, his friends called him DF-san, but those who really knew him knew he was DF-kun.
What?
DF-kun spent his days listening to My Chemical Romance and 3 Days Grace to make sure that he was always on top of the hardcorest of hardcore bands. Not like those preps.
Stone Age. You goddamn... Yeah.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
DF-kun always made sure that he was on time to all his classes, because he was always afraid of what his mom would do if he actually did anything out of line, but at the same time, made sure everyone knew how hardcore he was. Because that way, and to be unsure of that, he always came into his classes 5 minutes late, despite being on time. Whenever the fucking bell rang, he would immediately leave his classes, come back in, to make sure that everyone knew he wasn't on time.
Oh shit, Tech, sorry, I
So
didn't know you
polite,
died.
yeah.
Security
Desu,
warning.
Desu.
Fuck up, the
DF
joke
was
ended with me.
worried about how things would turn out this year at the prom. He was afraid because Haunter was the prettiest girl of all at the prom. She had the best dress, and everyone was very much talking about how Haunter was so hot. Unfortunately, DF was not as hot as Haunter, so he had to find a better way to make it better than Haunter. Haunter was very important, and therefore DF had to find a way to be better than Haunter. Did I mention that DF had to be better than Haunter? Okay.
You did.
I don't think you did, because you mentioned it again. Say it again, please.
DF had to find a way to be better than Haunter at the last chance stand. This was the biggest night of the night. Many girls would become women at this. This is when many women would be able to be groped. However, they didn't want to be called being groped. They called it getting felt up, because this was a more mature way to do this. DF preferred to be called being felt up other than groped, because it sounded cooler. 2 words is obviously cooler than 1 word. Tech Bunny opened up his live journal. It had been a very brutal day. His mom had made him take out the trash, and he had sat there. Life is an empty void. He wrote onto his live journal, and then on his DeviantArt, to make sure everybody knew. Life is a story told by an idiot, trancing around the stage, a song of sound and fury signifying nothing. He attributed the quote to My Chemical Romance, the most brutal and mature of all singers. He couldn't believe how deep My Chemical Romance was for coming up with such a deep quote. How could they have understood truly what he was going through? No one else but Gerard Way could know what he was going through. After all, Gerard Way was a suffering man.
the suffering man. Despite all the concerts and all the women willing to sleep with him because of how mature and dark he was, Gerard Way suffered beyond all comprehensible ways. Only a man as dark as him could understand what Tech Bunny was going through. I mean, what DF was going through. Fucking good. Just then, as if from nowhere, a portal opened up in DF's room. DF sat there stunned. All of a sudden,
I thought it was Tech.
all of a sudden, Hank Hill the Hedgehog came out and proceeded to give him an opportunity. Yes.
And like Rito,
Damn it, DF. I'm giving you an opportunity, boy. I have opportunities like I sell opportunities as rare as I sell charcoal, by which I mean very, very rarely. After all, as you know, as Hank Hill, I sell propane and propane accessories, not charcoal. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime deal.
It's true. DF sat there and looked at Hank Hill the Hedgehog. Was this really a one-time deal? Like that Hank Hill the Hedgehog kept saying that it was a one-time deal? He decided to take the one-time deal. Because he knew it was a one-time deal.
Are you sure it was a one-time deal?
Story straight. Is it DF?
I think it might be a one-time deal.
I don't know, guys. Are you sure it's a one-time deal?
Deal. Pray I do not alter it any further. DF and Hank Hill knew what they had to do, and so they booted up Toho and they proceeded to play for 10 levels.
Wait. They played what?
They played Toho. What's Toho?
It's Molten Hell.
That plays so Toho.
It was if out of nowhere when they were playing Toho that DF and Hank Hill decided, let us bond ourselves to Toho and to each other. DF and Hank Hill grabbed each other by the hands and in loving embrace proceeded to press each other up, and down, and left, and right, and B, and A, start! As if from nowhere, Tech Bunny the Hedgehog appeared. Tech Bunny the Hedgehog was surprised by the people who appeared in front of him. He had never seen such a thing. I can't be surprised. Like, you literally ruined life for me. Bye.
Right here, Hank.
After being invoked by the strange call,
Ends in 30
the
seconds.
cheat code, Tech Bunny couldn't do help but come to the server. Womp womp, turn the free. Tech Bunny had to wait though. When he had to wait for them, it made him impatient and ornery. He slowly caressed himself, waiting for the oh yeah! No, Ruidio
to the rescue!
Dicks.
Cocksuckers.
All the dicks.
We need replays.
So Hank Hill the Hedgehog and DF the Hedgehog became one with Toho. And then Tech
sounded more like...
So I come into class one day and there's a package and it's pretty fucking huge and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And I go to poke it and prod it, be like, what the fuck is this huge package doing in my Japanese class for no reason? And one of my friends comes up to me and says, no, just wait, it's gonna be super cool. I'm like,
no.
Okay, whatever. And my Japanese teacher has started to get very pissed off at us over the course of the semester because there were like 5 fucking weeaboos who show up in cosplay regularly. I already told you about how one of them showed up in fucking Sasori costume to the first goddamn day.
Oh God! Wow.
Yeah, she came up to me one time. She said, "I can tell you've watched anime," and I was like, "No, okay, dude." Oh, she said, "Well, you already know pronouns," and I said, "Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense." I never tried to be like, "I know Japanese, baka kawaii, I'm so smart." Anyway, so when that happened, the fucking weeaboos just like immediately sparked to life, like, "Oh my god, you know about anime, Professor? You should watch this anime, you should watch this anime, blah blah blah." Anyway, so she was on her last fucking leg with us. She was very pissed off. And so this is box, and it's just sitting there the entire time, and I keep eyeing it like, you know, what autism is gonna come out this week? What's it gonna be? And the guy who dressed up, eventually, halfway through the class, the guy who dressed up as Sasori pops out of the fucking box. And he's dressed as Sasori again, and he just goes, "I got you, Sensei, do you get it?" And if there was ever to look, a single facial look to encompass the fall of a society, this was it. I've never seen anybody so depressed, just like, this is how foreigners see my culture. This is how foreigners see my culture.
I don't get, like, what's the joke supposed to be?
The joke was that he was in a box. That's it. And he was dressed in cosplay. That was the whole joke.
That's a stupid joke.
I know, and I confronted him about it, and I'm like, you're paying money to be here, for fuck's sake. Tuition costs money. And I was like, you know, you're spending money on this, and he's like, oh man, no she doesn't. This would be like showing up to English class wearing fucking a suit of armor and yelling about Chaucer.
I keep finding the best fanfics today.
Like, imagine you're sitting there in like English 101, like, you know, English for retards, which is like, you know, how to write a paper and not be stupid, and you show up in fucking a suit of armor and start rattling on about, I don't know, Western video games.
Oh God.
Okay guys, listen to this.
Skyrim?
Listen to this.
It's glorious.
Ah, damn it, still can't do chainsaw laser.
I'm a fan of English literature.
Guys,
Has everybody
listen to
seen that
this.
comic where where like the Japanese guy talks about how he's going to he's switching his major because he loves SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yes, I saw that one. God, why will people recognize my superior taste? I can't wait to go to America where they'll love me.
I actually have a male friend who has bought Bad Dragon dildos.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Why? I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Look,
Why not?
I mean, I understand this is what gets you off, but like, at the same time, did you have to get the Bad Dragon ones? Couldn't you have just gotten a regular dildo?
No.
Nope. They have
That's not how it works, right?
I heard they have Avenger themed ones.
Yeah, there are Avenger-themed blocks that I'm not sure who makes them.
Such a terrible
That guy actually, what's his name?
And a shitty gun.
Whoever did Thrift Shop actually came to my college last year, and he put on a terrible show. Well, actually, that's not fair. He bought an average show. The problem was he was with some fucking skank named Iggy Azalea, who, literally the worst concert I've ever seen. This is her entire show. She would bend over in Daisy Dukes, slap her vag a couple times, and she'd take her butt. Then she would shout about something. The house lights would come up. And I mean, when I say the house lights, I mean, like, so you know, all the lights. She'd bitch about something for like a minute, trying to to be like that tough girl kind of look. Then the house lights would come down again. She'd go back to rapping and slapping her ass, and then after another minute, the house lights would come up again because she started bitching about something, and this went on for like 20 fucking minutes.
Wow.
And she didn't get killed?
Really?
That's the worst show I've ever seen.